the other one that's gaining more and more popularity, and I think it's probably because men's declining rate of testosterone, is TRT. Yeah. What's your honest take on TRT and how it fits into male vitality, energy, health?
Yeah, so my mentor for that, again, my good friend Jay Campbell, like he wrote, like literally like sort of wrote the book on testosterone replacement therapy probably back in 2014. So I've known Jay over a decade now. But testosterone replacement therapy, it is life-changing, like if you have clinical need for it.
Yeah.
I've seen, like the arguments of like, you should try to get your testosterone up naturally. You should. Like I'm not in TRT myself. My test levels are great. If at a certain point your test levels start to decline though, and you want quality of life and you want to, perform not just younger, but just perform better overall, it's worth looking into.
Yeah.
The research around that and like the understanding of it, you go back 10, 20 years ago, you were told it would cause prostate cancer. It would cause cancer, period. It was bad for you. Now it's the reverse.
Yeah.
We have about solid 40 years of men being on TRT, HRT, hormone replacement therapy, and actually reduces cardiovascular risk. It helps you retain lean body mass and improves cardiometabolic health. And it's the practice of titrating it correctly, where you get your dosage up to the right level of, being high normal, not super physiological.
Yes, right.
Like you're not, obviously, if you want to go this full steroid, like that's a different story.
Yeah.
That's going to come with health ramifications. Maybe that's 150 milligrams a week. Maybe that's using testosterone propionate every day. Maybe it's using cypionate twice a week. Maybe it's using testosterone gel, which can work for some guys. And you learn to monitor your lab markers, and you perform a lot better. I've a group of TRT guys, like one of my many sort of training groups I have. There's probably about 300 guys in that group. Everyone loves it. Like it's a night and day difference. Now, that said, like you do have to be very proactive with your health, become your own doctor. But I mean, that's one of the big sort of shifts in consciousness that's happened the last, I'd say, like 5 years since COVID. Like people want to be their own doctor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and for the first time in history, especially with LLMs, AIs now, we actually have the tools where you can find good information, you can access really brilliant people, and you can make informed decisions about your health, and you can understand what your numbers mean. You're not just bringing a PDF. It's like what is this? It's like you can actually learn about like, okay, what is like my estradiol, my thyroid, like why does that matter? Like what is the actual range? What's the functional range? Where should it be at? My ApoB, my ApoA. Like medical science has again innovated a lot, and we've democratized that information. So it's really cool. In TRT, like I would tell a guy, if you are in your 40s, 50s, and you're considering it, like it could be very life changing for you. And then the old fear too was they'd make you like infertile forever, like your nuts are gone. That's false. If you do it correctly, where you are on a therapeutic dose, as I call it, and you're taking HCG at the same time to maintain testicular function, because you don't want that organ to atrophy, you don't want your balls to literally atrophy, you can be on it. And like weirdly enough, a lot of guys will actually still get their girlfriend, wife pregnant while on TRT. That's a very common phenomenon. And if you do think you need to come off it because you want to have another kid, most guys that do this are more of an advanced age, usually past child conception years. But if you do, you can come off it and the functionality will return, and then you can go back on. I've had a number of guys do that just fine. Like it's just again, like the old mythology that permanently renders you infertile and your nuts shrivel away and you got tic tacs. I'm like, that's not true anymore. Like we've learned how to do it better over the years. This is not the 1970s. It's not the 1980s. We're not telling guys to blast once a week. The science has evolved immensely. So it's a possibility. Or you could just get outside, optimize your life, and if that gets you to a vital state, awesome, right? You got choices.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Radical Health Radio. We got a fresh new podcast for you every Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, consider liking, subscribing, reviewing, and rating us on your podcast platform. It helps to spread this message of radical health. We'll see you next week.